Welcome to the Kpopcast. I'm DJ Peter Lowe, and I'm joined by recurring co-host. It's Stephanie.
What's up, everybody?
And in addition to your regular cast of hosts, we are having a special plus ones edition of the Kpopcast. I'd like to welcome
Boom,
on...
chicka, wow, wow.
oh gosh, you guys. I'd like to welcome on Stephanie's main bias, Amr.
Woo! Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on this episode.
And we are honored to welcome Peter's main visual, main bias, and wifey to the show.
And leader.
And leader.
Definitely leader.
She's the boss.
Yeah.
She wears the pants. It is Joyce.
Hello.
And she's also a member of the Wang clan. Central for our
Well
topic
then.
today. She is
Wang
the Joyce
gang.
Wang. Joyce Wang.
Part Wang.
Yeah. All right, so today we'll be talking about our hit replays for the fourth week of March, as well as centering on Jackson. Oh my gosh. We all love this song. Like, guys, okay, right away. Is this song Daybok
or not?
Yeah, it's Daybok. We all agree it's Daybok. Okay, we
Daybok,
gotta go ahead.
hands down.
But
Hella Daybok.
we're here to tell you the reasons why. Like, we all love this song, and we felt the need to bring our plus ones on just to talk about it, because our plus ones were talking about it too.
But before we dive into that, what are hit replays?
Hit replays are songs we recommend that you all listen to on replay for the week. So, Stephanie, what's your hit replay?
My hit replay is from a Produce 101 alum. It is an emo alt-rock vibe track featuring Lee Soo-hyun. It is Love the Moon by Vinny. It's got a blue wash over everything that you can feel, you can hear, you can touch, and see. Check it out.
No, be sure to give that a listen. And how about you, Amr?
It was hard. Can I have two, or do I have to pick just one?
Just one.
Okay, if I have to pick just one, it's going to be Long Drive, Enough. Jung Jin Woo and Kim Sung Min. I know I butchered the heck out of
No,
those.
you did great.
But it is a chill song. It really does make you feel like you're on that perfect long drive. Like, it's dark, it's nighttime, but it's just serene. I really, really like it.
너의 설레는 충분한 이유도 충분한 설명도 딱히 필요 없는 걸 너의 설레는 버겁던 진심도 간단한 말들로 깨져버릴 수 있다는 걸
Man, you guys are coming with the underappreciated, the underdogs in K-pop.
That's right,
now.
because we know that you're gonna come with the
Gangnam Style.
Am I that predictable?
the chart topping predictable pop.
Yeah. So on that note, you know what my hit replay is? It's by Itzy or Itzy. How do you say it, Stephanie?
Itchy.
Itzy.
I think it's Itzy.
Itzy.
Itzy, right?
Well, in Korean, they don't have Z in Korean. It's just J. So they say it like itchy to mean like they have it. It is there. They have the quality. They have everything. Itchy.
And that's what this song is all about. It's all about them being themselves, a recurring trend on a theme that we are seeing from this 5-member group. my favorite song by ITZY. It's got a lot of actually the same instrumentation that we heard from Dala Dala and IC, excuse me.
IC.
Sorry, the Korean coming too a little too hard, but it does it in the most fierce way I think that we've seen from them to date. The color saturation and brightness is turned up to 9,000%. We've got the signature crowning move that they do in the choreography. And it's always about being oneself and not falling into a generalized box or label. They've got it and they've decided what they want to be. They want to be what they are. Okay. Yeah, you guys get it.
Nice save.
Moving on to our Daebak or Not for Jackson Wang's 100 Ways.
Woo!
Although we kind of already gave it up.
Spoiler. Daebak.
There's 100 ways to leave a love, leave a love, leave a love. 100 ways to leave a love, leave a love, leave a. There's 100 ways to leave a love. I won't wait a minute longer. 100 ways to leave, but I'm the only one that you need.
Yeah, message and lyrics. It was in English.
It was
all English.
All English. I wasn't sure when I first listened to it. I was like, I know he can speak English. He's American, but my brain still processed the song as if it were K-pop.
Yeah.
And so
same.
I was hearing like K-pop blurry mush and in English.
My obsession with Jackson has been on the high for about the last 2 weeks. So
That's great.
And just so you know, the only reason I know about him was there's a clip on the James Corden show.
Yeah.
And he was like eating hot with James Corden. And apparently he comes from a family of Olympic fencers. So he was showing off his fencing moves. And yeah.
Wow.
He's like a champion fencer when he was a kid. And he turned down a scholarship to Stanford for fencing. Yeah, to be a trainee.
He could have been at Stanford.
He could have been at Stanford.
Who's Stephanie? That's the
Stephanie,
real
you missed your chance.
here.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm glad he didn't go, because I don't know if I would have been able to compete with all that.
Oh, what life could have been. Oh, man.
But yeah, he knows his way around a sword. I want to see more of that.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
I still love you, honey, but I like to look at him.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like
There it is. Are we still talking about the lyrics?
I mean, since this is a +1s episode, I feel like many K-pop listeners in relationships will identify with this exchange. Like, I love you, honey, but I like to look at him is like such an essential line encompassing the experience.
But I just think Jackson is like pretty amazing as a person. Like, he speaks 5 languages. So what is it? I think he speaks Mandarin. He speaks Cantonese because he's from Hong Kong.
Yep.
He's not American.
Yeah.
So whenever he
he's just
introduces
straight up
himself,
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
whenever he introduces himself, he says, "I'm Jackson Wang from China."
which is political, by the way.
Ooh.
That's a
He's got
political
You're really
statement.
I know.
saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes to make money. I get that, and he can't ostracize the mainlanders. But
Yeah.
I
That's
think it's also
interesting.
because he's in a Korean group, and he just wants to remind everyone that he's not Korean. So
And that's where the money is. Like, you know, if JYP is coming for world domination, so they've got to go for that mainland game.
yeah, but I get
Yeah.
it. Like, I'm Chinese too, but when I work, I'm a nurse, and everyone thinks I'm Filipino. So I have to tell you, like, don't speak Tagalog to me. I don't understand. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, we've all
Yeah,
been
but
there.
why didn't he sing in Chinese, for example? Like, would that have been better? Could this song have been a better mainland play if the lyrics were in Mandarin?
I don't know. I think he's probably might drop a Chinese version of it at some point. But he seems really comfortable in English. I think he probably went to an international school as a kid, so he probably heard English. Because if you hear him speak his English, he has an American accent.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, like I've seen GOT7 live and how he acts, how he talks. Like he could have fooled me. I thought he grew up in the States.
Yeah. But he also speaks, in addition to Korean and Cantonese, he also speaks Shanghaianese. And there's like English. There's like one more, and Mandarin, of course. So he's
Really
pretty
impressive.
talented.
Yeah, wow.
Indeed.
I mean, he just seems really comfortable in English because he's actually dropped quite a few English songs.
I can speak English as well.
Good job, Peter.
I'm glad it's in English because then I can sing along to it. I can't usually sing along to the K-pop songs I like because I don't know what they're saying.
That's what I always feel. I can sing along to like 2 words of the verse.
That's okay. That hasn't stopped you in the shower, Amr.
Oh, why we gotta put it on?
She called you out.
Yeah. Gotta put it all out there.
No, I think you're absolutely right. It's in English. It's easy to sing along to. The chorus is super catchy. It just repeats the same thing over and over. There's 100 ways to leave a lover, leave a lover, leave a lover. It gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
And the only one you need is me.
Yeah.
That's some
I'm the only
confidence
one
there.
that you need.
Yeah.
Boom.
But what
Done.
I like about the story of this music video compared to many other things in K-pop is that it's not trying to go for like BTS universe. Like it's a very clear linear story. Like, okay, dude gets resurrected, gets upgrades, finds the girl, descends with the girl. End of story. Like
Upgrade you.
Yeah.
Level up, level up, level up.
Well, true, right? Well, the Kinjas, they did do the really cool, like, chi
Oh my God.
and ninja, like, hand.
Gesture thing.
Yeah, hand gesture thing. I'm trying to think of what they call it in Naruto, which is based off of, like, mainland Chinese.
I did not know that was the
chakras or
Kinjas
whatever?
until you put it in the outline. And then I looked at their faces. I'm like, oh my God, Anthony Lee.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys, like, they do the part so well.
They were made for this.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to describe the Kinjas to Amr earlier. And I was like, okay, yeah, you know America's Best Dance Crew, right? And he was like, no. I was like, okay, you know American Idol, right? Okay, there's a version for dance crews, and it's like mostly like hip hop, tutting, popping, locking people, and Kinjas are like a perfect example of Asian American, like leaning into the Asian American cultural identity and styles, like layered on top of hip hop popping foundation.
They lean into that element, indeed, that aspect of being ninjas. And not ninjas. I mean, these ancient, Chinese warriors. Yes.
Yeah.
And what I like is that, like, every detail they have down, like, perfectly. Even the minor things, such as just running forward, like running from the forest into the clearing. They have the hand sides while they're running, and then their free arm back, just like an ancient warrior would.
Oh, totally. No, every piece. There's one transition in the video where they run from like a forest with a lot of trees, like you said, into the clearing, and then they stand with their arms to their sides and kind of power posing, leaning into the opening and staring out, just like powerfully, manly. Amr and I were trying to imitate that move earlier. It's so great, so majestic.
As I've gotten older, I've turned into my mother, so I watched way too many C-dramas. And this music video kind of follows like a C-drama. And it's got pretty much similar visuals of a C-drama. They summon him, and he like emerges from the mist. And he's like standing there brooding, and they armor him,
yes.
and so he's ready for battle. Then he goes on a quest to seek the maiden that he then summons, and then she's wearing this beautiful Tang Dynasty dress, and they like battling it out, but in dance form, so it's sexy.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have, usually in the dramas, they have some CGI, like cherry blossoms, but they've got, maple leaves that is instead falling them, and they're falling in love.
Yeah, maple leaves everywhere.
I know. And the wind's blowing, and they're beautiful, and they're in love, and then they're together forever, and they go back in their grave or something. That's my take on the story.
I love that. That means, if, as you say, it follows the plot line of a lot of Chinese dramas, then it's going to probably be really popular with the moms, with the Chinese ajumas.
I know.
Watch those dramas.
That should be his target audience.
Right? I think he would play really well with that audience.
I mean,
go after the moms, the ajumas, Jackson.
And both the outfits and the settings seem to be perfectly in line with all the Chinese historical dramas as well.
Yeah, I didn't know that the dress was inspired by Tang Dynasty fashion. I hadn't thought about that since history class when I was a kid.
The Tang Dynasty is known for, the having a female emperor and women being very independent and riding horses and, having a lot more power and going against the patriarchy. So,
all right, sounds good.
I don't know. It was a little feminist moment there. And if it means you get to fall in love with Jackson too, why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't leave his love.
You can have it all.
I know.
In the Tang Dynasty.
The golden age of China. And
Yes.
as a Chinese American, it's very nice to hear an English song, but have the visuals of Chinese, and it's hard to get some Chinese imagery and representation that's positive now, especially with the coronavirus. There's just so much anti-Chinese stuff, and then just having something that's really positive.
That's a great point.
It's nice to see.
I don't really listen to GOT7 that much, and I had never heard of Jackson Wang until I saw his head popping out of the grave in the music video. I really thought the video was going to be about the 4 dancers, and I didn't know what was coming. And I immediately fell in love with this video. I used to actually practice martial arts. I was a practitioner of Hwarang Do, which probably nobody's heard of. But it's actually a Korean martial art. And so it was really cool. I thought it was really cool to see the combination of some of the martial arts moves in the choreo. And it's easy to very poorly mimic. And Stephanie knows when I'm doing the choreo from this video, but it's I like how it's actually really precise and hard to do, and I kind of want to learn it. I think I'm going to spend some time trying to learn it.
Yeah, Jackson's an amazing dancer. Just such very precise movements that he's able to do.
In terms of Amra and I's relationship, I'm usually inundating him with K-pop videos, K-dramas, all of that. But one thing that he has passed on to me is The Last Airbender.
Avatar.
Avatar.
Yes.
Avatar, The Last Airbender. And we both saw this video and immediately thought of Toph and earthbending.
Yeah.
Whoa, oh my gosh, they're going to earthbend or something. So for all of you fans out there of the show, we saw the same thing. All right, music, the audio part.
Oh my gosh, you guys. This, the very first, synth intro, I was hooked. Joyce told me, hey, Peter, you should watch this K-pop song. I'm like, okay. I was hesitant at first. I'm like, okay, I can see why you like it. It's got, historical Chinese drama.
Yeah,
style.
I introduced him to this song, just so you know.
No way.
And then I
get it, Joyce.
I heard that intro synths, and I was like, oh, actually, this is a good song. This is really good. And then when I heard the pitched down version of the Bronze Era Chinese bells as the bass line, I was like, whoa. That is a really unique sound that goes with this future feeling, but is still reinventing the classical sounds of the era that it's trying to put itself in. From top to bottom, like from those lower tones, and even like the melodic instruments that they bring in. Like I don't know what whistle that they're using throughout, but
Yeah, the whistle.
yeah, it's a surprise banger. I'm surprised to say this might be song of the year, like for 2020. Like it is that
Oh,
good.
damn.
Like I was not
What?
expecting to like this song as much as
Strong
I
words.
do. It is always on replay.
And I think we should get a
Wow.
shout out to how good his voice is. He's got
Yeah.
a sort of smoky baritone.
Baritone, yeah.
A little bit of a rasp.
Smoky.
He's not like your Jimin that's like really high tenor kind of voice.
Yeah, he's not a
he's
Jimin.
a man.
Wait a minute.
Like he comes in, he's a sort of almost a little rockerish voice. Like it's
Yep.
just, it's good. It's good.
And-
it's a little bit more unique.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jackson's not
Yeah.
afraid to show it either. If you've been watching Jackson's other live performances, as we might have, you'll see that he often shows a lot of his chest, like other parts of him. He's not afraid to, hide what he is.
He's comfortable with his body. His shirt is falling off a lot.
Always.
Even in the
falling
beginning
off.
of this music video, there was a lot of
Yeah,
chest
it's
opening in
a
the
low-
beginning.
That's a nice low V cut.
He's comfortable. He's a confident guy.
He's very confident. No, I saw GOT7 live in San Francisco, and Jackson stole the show with how he owned the audience. I mean, his English ability was just like one of the things that helped him connect. He was always like running the playful games, interacting with the audience, and like making fun and teasing the other members. He just has a really big personality that is like it's too big for the group, too big for K-pop even. He's trying to be a global superstar. I'm all for it.
Yeah. So this concludes our hit replay episode for the week of whatever week it is in March. What are we? The
fourth week of March?
Fourth week, yeah. Fourth week of March. End of fourth week of March. Let our listeners know where they can find each of you online or on Twitter.
I'm on the Kpopcast Slack at DDragon.
That's never going to get
Oh
old.
my god.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So
Can't
that's a
believe
plug for our Slack. Be sure to go to our Slack. We'll leave a link in the description where you can chat with Amir and Fanboy over G-Dragon.
I'm all
You
ears.
can find me on Twitter at sparker2.
And I'm at DJ Peter Lowe. And Joyce,
I don't
what?
understand the social media
She's not
stuff.
on the social medias, but if you want to reach her, you can just
Joyce
message
is
me. And
Off the grid.
She's off the grid, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why.
okay.
All right. So don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share online, y'all.
Oh yeah, and you can find all of us at the Kpopcast. Don't forget
duh.
our main handle as well. And hope to see you in the Slack.
Layered on top of hip hop popping foundation.
Sorry. Carson's trying to get into the letterbox.
We were trying to stop him from playing with the cat poop,
Ah,
and
yes.
now he's really upset by that.
Oh yeah, he really wants to get in that cat poop. I mean, say let him try it. Let him see what it's about. You know.
The thing about being a toddler is that you get one thing taken away from you, and it's like just devastating, and you have like no way of controlling it because you've never had this before, and you don't know how to cope yet.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
the fact that we're telling him that he can't reach for the cat poop is like just. You hear him.
Yeah. It's the only thing I ever
devastating.
wanted, Dad.
Yeah. There's nothing outside of this. I need the cat poop. Yeah.